And today I want to talk about a topic that is very important to me, and I know that it affects so many women in their 40s, some in their late 30s, and it is perimenopause. If you are experiencing this, then you already know that this can be kind of a debilitating stage in life, and it can be challenging to navigate because you're going through a lot of changes mentally and physically and emotionally. And so it's so important for us to just gather together to understand our options that are available, to share resources. And one major resource that I've been using lately that I want to share is hormone replacement therapy, or HRT. So if you are interested in that, then please stick around. Disclaimer though, I am not a medical professional. Therefore, all of the opinions are my own and they're based on my own experiences. So please don't take anything that I say as me giving you medical advice, because that is absolutely not what I'm doing. Again, I am just sharing a very good resource that I'm using that is helping me so very much, and I'm loving it, and I want to share with the world. So first of all, let's talk about perimenopause, basically kind of get a general overview of what perimenopause is. Said that the start of perimenopause is typically marked by the onset of irregular, or I guess you could say variable length cycles. So if you were once every 28 day, and you're now every 25, and then you're going back to every 30, and then you, like if you're bouncing around, then that's probably the set of perimenopause for you. But however, so many women like myself still have irregular periods. She's very regular, so she comes every 26 days. Perimenopause is very hard to discover in women like us because we're getting our periods regularly, so we have to look at symptoms. Typically perimenopause begins in our 40s, and what's happening is during that time our estrogen and our progesterone levels can fluctuate very dramatically, and this is going to lead to those symptoms like hot flashes, night sweats, sleep disturbances, mood swings, vaginal dryness, changes in your skin like skin laxity, changes in your hair thinning, or you're balding at the top. So me personally, I began to see very pronounced signs last year, so 2024, such as really night sweats, brain fog, fatigue, and just a generalized feeling of discomfort. But I would literally wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning just stifled in night sweats. And it got worse, and I also literally woke up one morning and I just wanted to throw my whole life away. Like, I was like, I don't want to be bothered with these kids, throw them kids away. That job, I don't want to deal with it. That man, no friends, like nobody. I just wanted to isolate and just wallow in my pity. But I soon went on a mission of self-discovery. I started to lose weight with the help of GLP-1 medication. I also started a really good supplement regimen, as well as getting a bit more serious about exercise, moving my body more, meditating, doing all the things that I could. But even all things considered and everything that I was doing, nothing was really helping with the symptoms. They were just getting worse. So I decided, okay, I'm hearing about this perimenopause. You got Halle Berry talking about it, Oprah talking about it, all these people talking about it. So I scheduled with my GYN that I had been using. She was no longer here, so I was hoping that I would get a new one and get some help. Now mind you, I'm closer to 50, so I'm hoping that I'm going to get some hormone lab work, because 2 years prior to that I was able to get my hormone levels checked by my previous GYN, and my levels were normal and really consistent with any other aging female with regular periods and a fully intact uterus. Well, unfortunately, this new provider did not order those labs. She didn't think it was necessary because I still got my uterus, I'm still having periods. And in short, she just wanted to give me some birth control pills and antidepressants, which is so cookie cutter and so very to be predicted by the medical establishment. And so she did recommend over-the-counter medication that I was not studying, didn't even think about it or look into it. So I went home feeling discouraged. For weeks, I did a deep dive into perimenopause and hormone replacement therapy, trying to find ways in which I could get it prescribed, get my insurance to pay for it. And because I'm all about self-treatment and taking full responsibility of my health. And I've learned all too well that the medical power structure, because that's what it is, doesn't always profit off of those that aren't sick and needy. The goal doesn't seem to prevent disease. The goal doesn't seem to be to prevent disease. It is to treat. So I ended up, in my research, I ended up finding Winona, which is an online health service system, and they do prescribe HRT. Of course, my insurance doesn't cover it, so I'm paying fully out of pocket. But before I get into my experience and unpacking that, let's briefly discuss what HRT is, if you don't know. So, hormone replacement therapy involves supplementing the body with estrogen, in some cases progesterone, to help balance those hormone levels. So, some people just do progesterone only. Some people cycloprogesterone, some people do progesterone and estrogen. I was told that as long as you have an intact uterus, you can't do estrogen without progesterone. They balance each other. But these things come in different forms. So they have pills, patches, creams, and gels. And so obviously your healthcare provider can help you decide what's best for you. Some potential benefits are, the list goes on and on. The more I research hormone replacement therapy and perimenopause and menopause, I'm finding out so much. We need estrogen, guys. We just do. We need progesterone, but we need estrogen. There is such a correlation between estrogen and just being super duper healthy. And so relief from HRT, though, can be relief from those night sweats and those hot flashes, because what HRT is going to do is significantly reduce the frequency, even the intensity of the hot flash and night sweat. Improve sleep. So that progesterone is going to help regulate your sleep hormone, and it's going to help you sleep better, wake up feeling more rested. The progesterone also is going to stabilize your mood and help you with mental clarity. Many women are reporting feeling way more emotionally balanced, and they're experiencing improved focus and memory. Also, your bone health. So estrogen plays a vital role in maintaining bone density, which helps reduce osteoporosis, which helps reduce broken hips and broken bones. So many women, when they reach a certain age and they're in menopause, they fall, they break their hip, they're done. So also vaginal and urinary health. So you have women that's experiencing vaginal dryness, urinary incontinence, and all those things that your reproductive system really helps you with. I never had or experienced a decline in this area, but it's good to know that it can definitely help with those that are having those issues. Also, cardiovascular health. It's also been being studied to improve neurological issues and dementia. And so, the list just goes on and on and on. But of course, HRT isn't for everyone. There are some potential risks, including a slightly increased risk of blood clots and breast cancer, depending on your medical history and the type of therapy that you receive. That is why it is essential to have an open conversation with your doctor, your medical provider, to consider all factors. So just don't go it alone. Don't go on what I say. Reach out to somebody. Winona, they are OBGYNs. They're practicing medicine. So they're not just some, AI person behind a desk. So I said all that. Let's unpack my experience with Winona and my experience with HRT. So first of all, let's talk about the process. The process with Winona took about 2 days. I uploaded some documents. I answered an extensive medical history questions. They looked over all the information that I uploaded, and I say within like 24 to 48 hours, I was approved. My meds were shipped to me within a week, so within 7 to 10 days. And so I was prescribed progesterone, and this is what progesterone looks like, a little white pill. I was also given the option to get, and I was prescribed 200 milligrams. I was also given the option to get the estrogen, so I opted for the patch instead of the cream or the pill. And then I also ended up getting some estrogen cream or estradiol cream with Tretinoin. So as I was saying, I also ended up getting the Estriol with 0.25% of Tretinoin face cream. I forgot to mention that my estrogen patch is 0.05%. These are higher doses than normal for someone in my situation. I've heard of women paying or getting prescribed less dosages, but I'm okay with it. By the way, I'm not affiliated with this company, and I'll put links to the company as well as exactly how much everything costs in the description box below. But so I hear you usually get about 100 milligrams of progesterone, and you typically start out at a really low dose of estrogen. Now, I'm supposed to cycle my patch every 3 days. I do not do that. I wear it for a whole week and then I take it off. When I first started, I was cutting it in half, and it was working great, and I just decided to put the whole patch on. So I just wanted to put that out there and show you exactly what the meds are and the doses that I'm taking. So let's get into what it's doing for me. So first of all, the estrogen, I will never ever stop taking it unless somebody comes to me and say you have to stop taking it today or you're gonna die. But when you think about it, not taking it, some of the things, the horror stories that I'm hearing from women that are in menopause or that are done with menopause, like, you're gonna die anyway. So that's kind of like my thought process. But I've noticed just a general increase in my vitality as a woman. I feel like myself again. I never had any issues with libido or menopause. It has just improved 1000%. Okay, my husband is a very happy man. As far as joint pain, no more joint pain, no more night sweats, no more just being hot in general. So all of that's gone. What else? My sleep has improved from the progesterone. Now, I will say though, my experience with the progesterone hasn't been as positive and as impactful as the estrogen. And the reason why I say that is the progesterone, I feel, is too high of a dose, and there's no way for me to cut it. So when I do take it, I take it every other day, because what I'm finding is that it builds up in my system and it's helping me fall asleep and stay asleep, but I'm waking up kind of groggy and sleepy during the day. So with that being said, I am going to ask that they take down the progesterone dose to the lowest dose if possible. So brain fog is definitely gone, improved concentration. So basically all the symptoms that I was having have improved significantly. Now, one side effect that I had was when I first started, my period was late. Typically my period comes every 26, 27 days. It did not come until day 30. Okay, no big deal. But then it stayed on for like 3 weeks. So like 17 days it stayed on. And then it finally went off, and then it didn't come for like 41 days. So I was like, oh nah, because I don't have irregular periods. I just was like, I can't deal with this. I'm not going to continue on. Reached out to the people at Winona, and they were like, this is totally normal. You know, you're responding well. Give it a couple of months to, you know, work through your system. And so this last cycle that I had, it came on time. It was regular. I'm back to normal. and everything is all good. There's no other negative symptoms, and I'm usually really sensitive to any type of medication or any type of therapy treatments. I'm usually really sensitive. I'm gonna get an upset stomach. I'm gonna get some type of fatigue or nausea, but I didn't experience any of that. And not that those are side effects, but it's just something that my body typically does. Guys, to know that if you are in perimenopause, get on top of your reproductive health. There's going to be a lot more research and things that are treatments that are going to be available to people that are in perimenopause. But I just knew from a lot of the women that I follow on YouTube that are, you know, in their 50s that are in menopause, I just knew I did not want to be going through what they're going through. And that's not to say that I won't. But I want to ease into this thing. Like, I don't want it to be that one day I'm just hit with these issues and there's really nothing you can do about it. Once those levels are gone, they're gone. And so I'm hoping that the HRT will optimize what I have and even prolong me going into that phase and that stage in life. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Sound off in the comment section if you are doing HRT or you're in perimenopause or you have questions. Sound off in the comment section. As I stated earlier, I'm a new content creator, so I would love your like, your comment, your subscribe, or even share this video with someone that you think may benefit from the information that I shared on today. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye.